Welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we are throwing out passive learning. We're turning modern storytelling concepts into a hands-on, roll-up-your-sleeves masterclass. So seriously, grab a notebook, grab your favorite pen, because we are going to learn by doing. If you've been itching to craft a narrative that absolutely grips people, you are in the exact right spot. Let's get to work.
Let's kick things off with this idea. Storytelling is not an innate talent, but a modern tool that can be honed. I absolutely love this perspective. It's so easy to look at brilliant authors or screenwriters and just assume, they were born with some kind of magic pen or a flawless sense of structure. But the reality? Storytelling is an engine. It's a mechanical, structural toolkit. And just like any engine, once you figure out how the gears and pistons connect, you can totally build your own. No magic required, just practice, structure, and a willingness to try.
Here's our syllabus for today's explainer. We'll start with Exercise 1, Character Dynamics. Then Exercise 2, Narrative Tension, followed by Exercise 3, Authentic Voice. Finally, we'll wrap up by looking at your ongoing writing journey.
All right, let's jump straight into Exercise 1, Character Dynamics.
Look at this stark shift in what audiences actually want nowadays. Over on the left, you've got the classical, traditional hero. You know the type, the absolute paragon of virtue. They're perfect, they're completely reactive, meaning the plot just kind of happens to them and they nobly respond, and they live in a world of absolute moral black and white. Think of your classic knights in shining armor. But check out the right side, the modern flawed protagonist. This is what's absolutely dominating our media right now. We crave characters who are messy, complex, fiercely proactive, and wading right through those morally gray waters. We don't want perfect anymore, right? We want real. A truly modern protagonist makes terrible mistakes, they've got hidden agendas, and they ultimately drive the whole plot forward purely through their own flawed choices.
Okay, time to put that theory to the test. I want you to pause this explainer for 5 minutes and literally work through these 3 steps. Step 1, create a character. Just give them a name and one defining trait. Step 2, give them a secret. We're talking a deep, dark, or maybe just incredibly embarrassing secret that they absolutely do not want getting out. Step 3, write a short dialogue. Have them casually chatting with someone, but they are desperately trying to hide that exact secret. This is exactly how you practice building immediate, layered character depth. The real tension isn't in what they're saying out loud. It's in the frantic backpedaling happening in their head. Go ahead, hit pause, get writing, and come back when you're done.
Moving right along, let's dive into Exercise 2, Narrative Tension.
Wow. Okay, this brilliantly illustrates why mastering these techniques is literally a matter of survival for writers today. Look at that staggering 60% drop-off in audience attention within just the first 30 seconds if you don't have a strong tension hook. That means only 40% stick around. In our current culture, you just don't have the luxury of a slow, meandering intro anymore. If you don't drop your reader or viewer straight into the action and establish the stakes immediately, poof, they're gone. They're clicking away or tossing the book aside. You've got to grab them by the collar right from the get-go.
So how do we fight that massive drop-off? Well, modern writers love to use specific tools like non-linear structures. Basically, this is just a narrative that intentionally ignores a straight chronological order. Why do it? Because it aggressively messes with pacing and builds instant suspense. Think about it. Instead of starting at point A, slowly dragging your feet to point B, and finally hitting the action at point C, what if you just start at C? What if you open with your character right in the middle of a bank heist, and then jump back to A to explain how on earth they got there? It literally forces the audience's brain to go, wait, what just happened? And that burning curiosity, that is the exact hook you need to keep them safely in that 40% retention group.
Let's try it out. Pause the explainer when you're ready, and let's tackle this second exercise. We're going to manipulate time to turn something ordinary into a killer hook. Step 1, pick a totally mundane event. Commuting, folding laundry, making a cup of coffee, whatever. Step 2, start your scene right in the very middle of its most chaotic, unexpected moment. Maybe that laundry basket suddenly bursts into flames, or the coffee mug randomly shatters against the wall. Start right there. Step 3, write a quick flashback explaining how the scene actually started normally. Really focus on that jarring transition from chaos back to calm. All right, pause the explainer, set a timer for 5 minutes, and let's see what you come up with.
Awesome. Now on to our final module, Exercise 3, Authentic Voice. Here's the thing. Mastering these foundational rules of a modern storytelling voice is literally the difference between a generic plot and a truly unforgettable experience. First up, prioritize specificity over generality. Don't just write, "a bird flew by."
Right, a one-eyed pigeon crashed into the window. See the difference? Specifics make your world tactile. Second, keep a close eye on consistent pacing. Use short, punchy sentences for your action scenes and save those longer, flowing sentences for deeper introspection. Third, embrace your unique perspective. Literally nobody else on Earth sees the world exactly the way you do, so let that flavor your descriptions. And finally, the oldest rule in the book, show, don't tell. Don't just tell me your character is heartbroken. Show me them staring blankly at a plate of cold dinner.
All right, it's time to bring it all together for the ultimate synthesis. Take 5 minutes, pause the explainer when you're ready, and combine everything we've talked about for this final challenge. Step 1, take that deeply flawed secret-keeping character you made back in Exercise 1. Step 2, drop them right smack in the middle of the chaotic, non-linear situation you built in Exercise 2. Step 3, write out their internal monologue. This is where you apply those rules of authentic voice. Use super specific, tactile details, play with your sentence pacing, and really show us their panic or their resolve. Mix the character, the tension, and the voice all into one. Pause now, get writing, and finish strong.
And that brings us to your ongoing writing journey. I want to leave you with this final, lingering question to chew on. If your unique perspective really is the ultimate modern storytelling tool, what is the story that only you can tell? Think about it. You've got the modern engine built now. You know how to craft beautifully flawed characters, you know how to use nonlinear hooks to grab those shrinking attention spans, and you've got the rules for a specific, authentic voice down pat. But the fuel for that engine? That has to come from your own life, your observations, and your personal truths. So keep that notebook open, keep the pen moving long after this explainer ends, and go tell that story. Thanks for jumping into this workshop with me. Keep writing.